In this nitty-gritty Let's Play live stream, we're going to be playing American Mah Jongg at Mahjong Time. This is the nitty-gritty prime time, so our topic is going to be a little advanced compared to the Monday morning nitty-gritty basics Let's Play live stream. Tonight's topic is prioritizing discards. So some of the concepts will be fundamental, but there will be some that are more advanced. So if you're a beginner, buckle up. Otherwise, join us on Monday mornings from 10 to noon, where it's a little more low-key and fundamental. I want to give a quick shout out to our moderators. Thank you so much for helping monitor chat tonight. Again, this is our nitty-gritty Let's Play live stream, so we want to try to keep the socialization to a bare minimum so that we can get into the nitty-gritty. That's why we separate Monday's nitty-gritty topics from Friday's socialization. That's when we do the Simply Social Let's Play live streams. So if you prefer socialization and banter, then join us on Friday nights beginning at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, and we'll play at Mahjong Time with gameplay and commentary, but also socialization. So I hope that everybody is on the same page, and we'll get started with the presentation. It's a short presentation, just going over a few, well, really one complex discard prioritization theory, and then also joker bait. So anyone who's not familiar with joker bait, we'll talk about that tonight. And it's all based on strategy by wall, which is another advanced strategy that is packed full of great strategies. So we're going to focus on discard strategy. With that, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Right at the top of the hour. All right, everybody hopefully can see my screen. Let me just double check on YouTube. Can see and hear. Okay, excellent. All right, looks good. Here we go. So prioritizing discards. This again is based on the timing with strategy by wall. So if you think about when you first start your game, you're going to set up the walls, and then East will roll the dice to break the wall. So an example of a full wall would be the first wall, which is where the tiles are dealt from. So let's say that we don't roll the dice for this example. So you see a full wall that is going to be the tiles being dealt to all four players, and then you're left with a short wall in front of East's rack. Now that wall is going to be a little bit shorter depending on if you roll the dice to break the wall, which you should because it's a rule. So this first wall is going to be during the Charleston when we're making decisions on how to start the decision making with our hand. This is when you target the strength of the hand during the Charleston. You're going to gather tiles through the Charleston, and then when the second wall, sorry, my eye, for some reason my eyes keep watering, so bear with me. All right, so that second wall goes away eventually, and then we have the third wall. You're going to still probably be gathering tiles here, but you're also going to be building your hand. So hopefully you will have filled in gaps and you're building your hand. And then in the fourth wall, which is the end game, so this third wall is the middle game, and then the end game is that fourth wall. That's when you're going to probably still be building a little bit, kind of the final build, and then defending in case you maybe don't want to throw a risky tile, which we're going to talk about. So that is strategy by wall. So just to regroup here, again, this is a strategy that was initially conceptualized by Tom Sloper of Sloperama, and I have learned how to apply these strategies and add my own ideas to them. So this is kind of a combination of strategies. So with the walls, we have the first wall where the tiles are dealt, and the Charleston, that would be the begin game. You're going to have that second wall, that's also part of the begin game. Then the third wall, that is the middle game. And then finally the end game, which is the fourth wall. So regardless of the discard strategy that you use, one idea is that if you're not playing with wins, consider discarding those first, because there are only 4 wins and there are 3 numbered suits, 1 through 9. So any exposures are going to be using number tiles more so than wins, just because there are more of them. And that also applies to dragons as well. So if you're not playing wins or dragons, consider discarding those, but primarily wins, because we know that the dragons correspond to the suited tiles. So really it's with the wins that you really want to consider discarding those early if you're not going to be playing with them. Okay, also year tiles, primarily 2s this year, and really this decade. 2s are going to be the numbers that are mostly used this decade, just because of the way the year works. 2023, we got 2 2s in there. But also we have a category of evens, and then we have evens in the addition category. So that whole left panel of the card is going to use 2s heavily, as well as 3s and 4s. So 2, 3, 4 are going to be hot commodities this year because of that. And then, of course, if anyone's playing little numbers with consecutive run, you're going to be battling for those 2s. So consider, if you're not using them, discard them early, or maybe even consider starting your run, let's say at 4 or even 5, unless you have a really good representation of 2s, because they're going to be hot commodities. So consider those variables. And also, you're going to need to really watch the discards to see what goes out, because if discards go down, that's going to limit your ability to obtain those tiles. You might escalate discarding tiles that are already visible on the table, which would include discards and exposures. And hopefully we'll talk more about that as we go into the demonstration portion of tonight's session. We'll be playing at Mahjong Time, and we'll hopefully be able to demonstrate these concepts. So that's what I was just sharing. I kind of went ahead of screen. Let's see, here's an example. During the begin and middle game, if a player claims a 5 dot and exposes a pure pung, discard the next 5 dot. So consider that. Those discards are going to drive the decision in some of your prioritizing. And again, we'll hopefully be able to use examples when we get to the demonstration portion. So let's talk about outside in. This is a concept that applies primarily during the middle game, because what you're going to be doing is, of course, gathering tiles for your own hand, and hopefully you're going to be building your hand, but you want to optimize your potential to get jokers. And that's the primary focus of this particular strategy. The idea with outside in is that you optimize the potential based on tile efficiency. And the efficient tiles Actually, before we look at the efficient tiles, it's going to require some keen observation. You've got to really be aware of what is happening at the table, and you've got to monitor discards and exposures, because those discards and exposures are going to impact the prioritization of these tiles. So there's a lot of spinning plates that are going on. The focal point of the theory is on the consecutive run category. You have 3 numbered suits, 1 through 9, dots, bams, cracks. That's a lot of tiles. And so the idea is that they're going to be more useful than winds and dragons just because of the sheer number of them. The tiles on the edge, from the edge in, that's why it's called outside in, 1, 2, 3, and 9, 8, 7, they're limited because you can only go up from 1 and down from 9. They're on the edge, they're edge tiles. 4, 5, 6 are in the middle, and you can go either up or down. That's why they're more efficient. And these tiles, because of that efficiency, may be used more so in exposures with jokers. So if you discard from the outside in, when you're trying to figure out what to discard, consider discarding from the outside in. So it would be 1s and 9s first, then 2s and 8s coming in, and then 3s and 7s. So the closer you get to the middle, that's where the efficiency is, and the flexibility of using tiles in a range. If people are playing the consecutive category, they're likely going to be driving their decisions based on multiples, but just because of the way the game works, the chances of their run being 3 through 7, for example, are great. So if you hold those middle tiles, you might be able to optimize your potential to get jokers. And that is the concept of outside in. So one of the things that you have to be very careful about is if you're playing a pair hand, for example, you don't care about jokers. So you want to switch that thinking. And instead of discarding from the outside in, discard from the inside out, because then you're not even caring. You don't care about getting jokers. So these middle tiles are not going to be needed or desired because you're going to be playing a jokerless hand. So consider that. And then also, again, just as a reminder, if you're not playing winds, discard those first, and then discard 2s, and then consider outside in, unless you're playing a pair hand. And just as a reminder, these are the most efficient tiles in the set because you can go up or down in the range. Tiles 1, 2, 3, and 9 or 7, 8, 9. Those are really great discards for the end game because more times than not, those middle tiles are going to be used. And you have to really be mindful of what is happening at the table to help you make the decisions on when to discard which tiles, considering this outside in and then inside out theory. One of the things that you can do is sabotage any players using these efficient tiles. And if you're, for example, going to fold and not play to win, you're going to switch to defense. If you discard those efficient tiles first, you could sabotage someone else's hand if they're in those tiles. And again, you're going to have to be mindful of what is exposed so that you can figure out what people are playing. So there are a lot of variables that come into play when applying this theory. If you are going to play to win, discard the fresh tiles first. You want to discard your riskiest tiles if you are playing to win. You don't want to hold on to a risky tile to the end because that's going to give your opponent more time to build their hand. You want to get rid of your riskiest tiles first, then go from the outside in, dragons and flowers. Get those out first because they're going to be more risky. or I'm sorry, inside out, not outside in. You want to do the inside tiles if you are playing to win. So we're in the end game at the moment with this switch. This is kind of a paradigm switch. When you get to the end game, the last wall, you switch to discarding the riskiest tiles first. That would be inside out, and then flowers, dragons, and hopefully wins, unless they're already used up. If you have decided to fold, though, you're going to break up your hand and discard as safely as possible and hold those risky tiles. So you just have to make a decision in the end game if you're going to play to win or switch to defense, and let that drive your decision on what to hold and what to discard. So we're going to go ahead and switch to Mahjong Time before we talk about Joker Bait, because Joker Bait doesn't really apply until the middle of the middle game. So if we are playing a hand where I can demonstrate that concept, we'll come back to the presentation and we'll pick it up here with Joker Bait. So I'm going to switch now to Mahjong Time so we can talk about discard prioritization and that outside in theory. Does anybody have any questions at the moment about the theory? Can you guys hear me okay? Okay, we have lots of people playing tonight, which is nice. Let's start a table. Hopefully we won't have to wait too long. So we're going to be looking for opportunities to demonstrate discard prioritization. That's the focus tonight, if you're just joining us. We're ready to go. I'm going to go full screen. That way you can see the tiles a little bit better. Now, during the Charleston, when you're pulling your tiles to pass, those are discards. The tiles you pass are discards. So we're going to talk about discard strategy during the Charleston in the form of passes. So we have 2, 5, 6, 7 in BAMs, 1, 5, 6 in cracks, 6, 9 in dots, a pair of green dragons, an east and a west. So here we have this pair. This, of course, is going to be the focal point. This is what we're going to probably target first. We could maybe play a wind and dragon hand, but I would also hold probably BAMs, because we might be able to do something consecutive with the matching dragon. We don't have flowers and we need them to play a consecutive hand. So I might think about another option. Let's say sixes, like numbers with sixes maybe. So that gives us a bit of a start, and we can discard, let's say 2, 5, 9, one of each suit. I think that's a pretty safe pass. Little number, middle number, big number, one of each suit. We have a wind, a 1 and a 9. So we might continue to get wins. We'll see. We have 2 1s. We don't want little numbers. We've got 5, 6, 7 as our predominant number tile pattern. So we're going to focus on those, but we have to let something go. We have 5, 6, 7, 6s. So I'm thinking with these tiles, we're passing across. Let's let the 5 go. We gave that to a 5 to the player on our right. So let's give a 5 to somebody else and see if we get some more wins. So in this case, wins are a current focus up until now, because now we have 6s and we have multiples there. 6s right there, 6, 6, 6, 6, 7, 6, 6, and the dragons. So at this point, I would break up the wins and let those go, because we can't use wins with like numbers. If we get 3s and 9s back, we might be able to switch to 3, 6, 9. So we're moving out of wins and we're moving into the number tiles. And sixes, by the way, are one of the efficient tiles. Here we have a 4 and an 8. We could maybe play consecutive run. Let's let the East go. We have to make a choice though. Let's see, we have 6, 6, and let's see. We have no flowers. We definitely want to keep going. I'm kind of thinking we might need to break up the dragon at this point because we have no flowers. Let's let one of the dragons go. And then I'm thinking consecutive run might be more flexible than 2, 4, 6, 8. Plus we have no 2. If you have a gap, lower that as a priority. So no 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8 is out for the moment, and we're going to focus on consecutive tiles. We've got an 8, still no 2, no 4 because we let it go. And at this point, let's see, sixes, we still have some potential for like numbers if we can get a flower. I think what I would do here, because of the pair of 6 bams, I would let this 8 crack go. Maybe focus on either like numbers with sixes or 6, 7. And we don't pick a hand. We're not looking at the hands at all. We're going to wait and just continue to gather until we have enough tiles that point to a particular hand that we could potentially play. All right, so we have news here, but with news, one thing I was thinking is we might be able to use one of the pairs of sixes and play the concealed hand. Sometimes you won't be able to use all of your multiples, and that might be the case here. We have a wind now. They keep coming back to us. I'm thinking 6 crack, 7 bam with news. They want 2 tiles. We have 2 tiles. We can pass. So let's pass those to 1 and 8. We have news with 6, 7, mixed suit, pungs, concealed news hand. And the 6 bam is a pair we don't need. That is the beginning idea of joker bait, which we'll cover shortly. We might be able to do it here, and then I'll do a review of the idea in the presentation. Okay, so here we have a pair of East. We're just going to gather.
1 dot.
We've got 4 discards, including a pair that we don't need. So there goes the outside tile, the 1. So 1 is an outside tile. The next tile to go will be the 2. If you're not playing your tiles, let them go early. So the 2 will be the next discard as far as prioritizing discards. That's a year tile. It can go.
West wind.
We're looking at sixes primarily. Here's a joker. We'll keep it.
2 bamboos.
Of course, we'll keep it. We want to use it. We're going to have to make a choice pretty soon. I'm thinking because the concealed hand doesn't use an East pair,
South
we
wind.
could probably let that go as well. A south went down. That would be a tile we need, but we can use jokers there.
4 bamboos.
9 bam. Okay, so that's an interesting tile because if we get a 3 before too long, we might be able to switch to 3, 6, 9. Right now, we're focused on one hand, and we have no gaps for that hand, but it's concealed, and we need to draw well because winds typically go down early if people are not playing winds. The player to our right and the player across from us could be in winds. We'll have to watch their discards, and that'll help us make the decision on what to discard.
East wind.
Okay, so East are going down, but they could be holding north and south. So let's just keep an eye on the north and south.
5 bamboos. 2 bamboos.
So here's 3 dot, 3, 6. we have way more tiles to the concealed hand, so I would focus on that. We have no gaps. So if you have a hand with no gaps using most of your tiles, go for it. And that's what we're going to focus on. That would be optimizing with most of your tiles. We're targeting our multiples and we're optimizing by using most of our tiles. That's a good strategy in addition to this discard prioritization. Okay, so there's a west. We really don't need a west. We'll just keep it for a bit. 2 easts are out, so the west will likely go. The 9 bam is an edge tile, so we'll discard that. Probably next, and then the west. There's a big hesitation on the dragon. My guess is it's the player on the right.
Green dragon.
I'm thinking that is correct because
both
the player on left and right might have had some dragon hand going.
7 characters.
But because the player on our left discarded that dragon and there was a slight hesitation, I think this other player on our right might be reconsidering their hand. They did discard a green dragon earlier though, so we'll keep an eye on dragons. They seem to be going
4
down though.
bamboos.
3 crack. Okay, now this is the tile that I was kind of thinking of. 3 6 6 9. Let's let the west go. So here's 3 6 6 9 using 6 tiles. If we played winds concealed, that uses 8 tiles. Oops, wrong one.
9 dots.
So we have more tiles towards the concealed hand by 2.
2 bamboos.
3 bam. We really don't need that. What we really want for a deciding tile would be a 9 bam, because that needs to be a Kong. And really the 6 crack. But if we get the 6 crack, that goes for that concealed hand. Okay, now I wonder why.
6 bamboos.
Okay, we're going to pass. That's our weaker option. They discarded a 7 crack. I wonder why. Maybe they're waiting for a pair already.
White dragon.
There's a flower. Okay, so let's let the 3 crack go.
3 characters.
We'll hold it for a minute, but that's a risky tile to hold on to. I'm thinking the 9 bam can go next. Holding a flower is going to be become more and more risky. We'll pass. It's going to become more and more risky as we get to the middle, the end of the middle wall. Oh, well, that we might be able to use for another choice with our number tile. We need 2 consecutive pungs in different suits.
5 dots.
Oh, there goes the 5 dot. And there's 1 out. So I would escalate that. That's where you want to look at what's going down.
5 bamboos.
What's being discarded or exposed to help you make your decision on what to discard. Since there are 2 5 dots out, we're going to let it go. Now there's a flower that just got discarded and there was a hesitation on it. So I would escalate that as a discard now so that we're not holding it into the end game.
Flower.
And you could see somebody wants it because there's a hesitation. And incidentally, that hesitation, it happens online and you can see it because, you know, of the visual effect, but it happens at the table as well. If you're playing in person, somebody may say wait or hold, and those hesitations are natural. They're part of the game. They're also tells. So there are tells just like in an in-person game online, and typically it manifests as that kind of a visual effect or delay. The 5 dot is probably going to be a safe discard. So is the 6 bam because those are out. So we're now, let's see, we have about 2 more picks before we're in the end game. So we want to start thinking about making that switch to inside out. If we got to decide though first if we're going to play to win or switch to defense. We have right now 2 discards plus We have a pair we don't need, but nobody wanted those sixes. So more likely than not, these are not going to be desirable. So we probably can discard them. Okay, now there's a 5 crack Kong.
3 dots.
With a pung of red dragons. 5 crack Kong with a pung of
7
red
dots.
dragons. Let's see, where is that? 5 crack.
8 bamboos.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out what hand they're playing with a pung of red dragons.
8 dots.
Oh, there's a hesitation on that one. I don't see this hand on here.
1 character.
Am I losing my mind? I am trying to.
7 dots.
I mean, I see a dragon hand with a Kong, but not a pung.
9
Pungs
bamboos.
of dragons. Okay, 4 crack. Let's see here. Let's just let that go. Hold on.
4
Okay, now
characters.
back to that 5 crack Kong. I'm kind of thinking that's invalid.
3 dots.
Because I don't see a pung of dragons in consecutive run. There's a Kong of dragons. And in odds,
9
there are
dots.
pairs of dragons. And then a Kong of dragons with
7 dots.
pairs of 5s. Okay, let's see here. I'm kind of thinking we probably should switch to defense.
5 dots.
But this player to our right, I don't think that's a valid hand.
White dragon.
5 crack.
7 dots.
I'm still getting used to the card though, so I could be wrong, but I don't
8
think so.
bamboos.
Okay, there's an ace. Let's let the 3 go.
3 bamboos.
Huh.
North wind.
No, we're not taking that. We're probably switching to defense.
4 characters.
I'm thinking
Flower.
about declaring that hand invalid because I don't see. Okay, we're going to pass. I could be wrong here.
Eight characters.
Okay, so I disqualified them, and I was right, but I'm still kind of hesitant because I'm still getting used to this card. So there are no pungs of dragons with Kongs of 5s.
1 dot.
I feel bad, but part of the game. Okay, moving on. We'll get a few more picks in here, and at least we don't have
8
to
dots.
be concerned about their tiles.
8 characters.
Maybe we can push for a wall game and win, because we did get 25 points for declaring their hand off.
4 bamboos.
We have 5 picks and 5 discards. 2
dots.
We have 2 pair we don't need. Let's see, 7 bam, 1 is out. How long ago? Early, in the early game.
5 dots.
There's 1 7 bam out. No 6 cracks are out.
3 characters.
The player across from us is playing 6 7 8 9.
9 bamboos.
They're playing 6 7 8 9 across from us. So these
3
6s
characters.
are going to be very risky. We're going to hold them.
7 bamboos.
Oh, we'll pass. This flower is going to be risky too. We only have to be concerned about the player on our left,
5 bamboos.
and they discarded flowers, so that is not a problem.
Flower.
The 2 dot should be safe.
4 bamboos.
We're trying to force a wall game here.
Red dragon. 8 dots. 2 dots.
We could potentially switch to that first hand on the right, but
4
we would
dots.
need a lot of jokers. I don't know if this is possible, really. 1 south is out, 2 wests are out, 2 east. So we would need 1, 2, 3, 4 jokers. 4 jokers if we were to switch right now.
Dots.
And the chances of us drawing 3 more out of the wall are slim to none. 6 bam should be safe. So we're going to discard that. We have 3 picks and 3 good discards. 1 crack, 3 are out. So let's throw that.
1 character.
She picked, oh, they have 7, 8, 9. Oh, I was thinking 6, 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9 flower. Ooh, that was risky for me to throw that flower. But anyhow, we have 7, 8, 9 with jokers. 7, 8, 9 with jokers. Here, they were playing a 2, 4, 6, 8 hand. 2, 4. This is the 4th hand down under evens. Oh, over here, it looks like they were trying for 4, 5 dragon, and they needed to Kong that dragon, not pung it. It looks like maybe they were going to try for 4, 5 or 5, 6. Okay, so let's go back and talk to. Yes, Jane, that's correct. They were able to take the joker because that was out before the hand was disqualified. Okay, so I'm going to go back to joker bait just in case it comes up again. So let me share my screen so we can talk quickly about joker bait. So the idea for joker bait, this is another great strategy that was conceptualized by Tom Sloper of Sloperama. And the idea is that you hold a pair that you don't need to the middle of the middle game. And that timing is critical because you need to give people time to build their hand, but you don't want to give them so much time that they're ready to win. So the middle of the middle wall is typically the best time to apply the strategy. This is when everyone is gathering and building their hand. I just shared that. Okay, so here's an example of some joker bait. We have like numbers with 2s that we've gathered, and we have a pair of 3s that we don't need. There is 2, 3 dragon in here, but primarily like numbers with 2s and dragons. There's no gaps. So the 3-dot pair is a pair that we could maybe hold until the middle of the middle game. The idea is that you discard 1 in the middle of the middle game, and then someone makes an exposure with a joker. So you use it to coax an exposure from another player. And then on your next turn, you use the second tile to do an exchange for the joker and get it in your hand. And also during the middle game, just to confirm with the inside out theory, this is when you're going to switch the thinking. Instead of discarding outside in, you're going to focus on discarding inside out because those efficient tiles are going to be more risky. So you have to really decide if you're going to play to win or switch to defense. And that decision comes in right here. And this goes into the end game strategies, which we'll talk more about later. But again, that theory of outside in, inside out, that switch happens right here. So you got to make that decision if you're going to play to win or switch to defense. Okay, let's jump back to Mahjong Time. And we'll play at another table. And we're done with the presentations right now. We're going to be focused on gameplay with commentary, where we'll be able to demonstrate these ideas. hopefully we'll have another opportunity to demonstrate joker bait. So we'll go full screen as soon as someone joins the table, and we're there now. So here we go. So we're going to focus on finding the strength of the hand. That's the first priority. We have a pair of 4s and a pair of 7s. The only way to use 4s and 7s is to play consecutive run 4, 5, 6, 7. We have more 4s. We have more little tiles than big tiles. So I probably would discard the 9 and the 1 here and focus on either 3, 4, 5, 6, where we have a gap, no 5, or if we get a 2, play 2, 4, 6, 8. Either way, unless we get 5 crack and 6 dot specifically, we're not going to be able to use both the 4 crack and the 7 dot. Sometimes you cannot use all your multiples, and this is where you look at most of your tiles and you choose the one that will use most of your multiples with most of your tiles. We just picked up an 8 bam, and that's our another multiple. So because we have 7, 8, that's better than 3, 4, 5, because we can maybe leverage 2 multiples as opposed to just 1. So we're going to focus on 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're going to break up the 4 and maybe pass this 3. So 1, 3, 4 will pass, and we'll focus on 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to focus on 7, 8. That's what we're targeting. Six, 7, 8, 9. That's what we're our range. We've got a 5 and a 7 and an 8. So now we have a pung in there. So here's our 5. We have a 7. The 4s can go. 4, 5, 4 up to 8 doesn't work. So the 6 bam and the 9 dot are isolated. There's no tie-in to the multiples. So those we're going to discard. So look also for isolated tiles to help you make the decision of what to discard. We could, for example, maybe do 4, 5, 6, 7 dot, 8 bam, 4th hand down under consecutive run. And we didn't use any of these tiles to the right of the 7 dot. So those will be good discards. I'm thinking that's going to be the hand we play. There are no gaps. There's weakness though. No gaps, but we do have a weakness. So we'll have to keep an eye on things. Here's a 7, 8. We have 5, 6, 7, 8 potential there. We definitely want to keep going. We're going to have to make a choice. We have 4, 5, 6 in cracks, 7 dot, 8 bam. That is a hand with no gaps, but we have a weakness. If we can get that 5 crack paired up, that would take care of the weakness. So I'm thinking the 7 crack can go. I typically don't pass white dragons because they're a dual tile. So we'll let go of the 4 bam, 7 crack there. We picked up the 4 crack. That's not too helpful though, because if we did 3, 4, 5, we would need 6 bams, not 8 bams. So that really wasn't a good keeper tile for us. We do have a hand in here with no gaps, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now here, I would not pass 1, 3 dot with a white dragon. That would be very risky. We're going to let this 4 crack go. If we play that 4th hand down, we only need a single. Let's see, how did that get moved over? Okay, let's see. We have a 3 bam, 9 crack, 4 dot. These are not, actually that 9 crack might work for us. So we might be able to let this white dragon go. If we get a flower, we could, for example, play either 6, 7, 8 mixed-suit Kongs or 7, 8, 9 mixed-suit Kongs. I don't want to pass a white dragon with a year tile though. Let's let the 9 crack go. So we're focused on 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have a 7 dot. That is a keeper. All we really need in here to strengthen this would be to get a 5 crack. That's our only weakness. Let's see how many tiles our opponent wants. We do have 3 tiles we could pass, including the white dragon. And I try not to pass 2 winds together. Let's pass fully. We need to optimize our potential to get that 5 crack. So we're going to pass, let's say north 7 white. So we're looking at 4th hand down. We have a weakness, the 5 crack. 6 crack would be nice too. Then we could act on the pung and the kongs, and then we could maybe be ready on the 5. But with multiple exposures, they're going to be able to figure out what you need. And this would be a pair wait. We'd be waiting on that pair. So it would be pretty risky. Okay, so now this is when we start discarding the winds. We're not using those, so those are going to go first. Winds go first. After winds, then the year tiles. If you're not using the year tiles. So winds first, then year tiles, and then outside in. So the 9 bam would be next. So those 3 discards, those are 3 discards right there that we know we don't want. So we'll let that go. We do have 7, 8, 9 in here.
Characters.
But right here, 7, 8, 9, that is in our range. But really, our hand is pretty well set. If we just get one good pick, we'll be set. We really need a 5 crack or a 6 crack. 2 specific tiles, but that's just because we're very close to a hand. Now, if a 7 dot or an 8 bam go down, I would call them. I would Kong. Those are going to be pure Kongs if those tiles go down. Okay, so now here's a pair we don't need. That would be joker bait. We're going to hold on to the 5 dot. Let's let the 2 dot go. So the 5 dot we want to try to hold until the middle of the middle game. And that is going to be right about where the break in the wall is. And that is one of the, that is the most efficient tile in the set, a 5. So hopefully we'll get a joker out of that. We'll see. 3 dot, let's see. There is some odd potential in here, 3, 5, 7, but we have no 1. Let's let the 9 bam go.
9 bamboo.
So thinking about outside in, the 3 dot is an edge tile and the 7 bam is an edge tile. So those will go.
5 characters. 1 dot.
Yep, that was just thrown. Edge tile, 2 are out.
1 dot. East wind.
I don't see, oh, I see 1 5 out.
9 characters.
No 6s are out. I see a 4. So 4, 5, 6, or 5, 6, really? Someone's playing 5s and 6s. Okay, let's see. Now here's an 8. We have a 7, 8. Let's let the 7 bam go.
7
if we happen to get a 6 dot, we might
dot.
consider playing 5, 6, 7, 8. Now there's a 5 dot. Let's pass. Nobody, it doesn't seem like anybody wants it. So that will likely not be good joker bait. So probably we're going to be letting that go
4
early.
dots.
5 bam is out.
5 bamboos. 4 dots. 8 dots.
Nobody, yeah, 8 dot is out. Probably that'll be a good discard too.
2 bamboos.
We still want a 5 crack, 6 crack.
Kong.
Oh, we got skipped.
1 character. 1 character. East wind.
1 bam, we don't need that.
1 bamboo.
That would be an edge tile. Plus our opponent has a Kong of 2s. So you want to keep an eye on your opponent's exposures. And if you're playing to win, you want to discard those risky tiles before they get ready.
Dragon.
So 3 dot, 8 dot, those will be discards.
8 characters.
We really need a 5 crack. That's already out.
7
We
bamboos.
need to pick a 5 crack would be the ideal pick for us.
Red dragon. Flower.
First flower out. I always like to look at the first discard for
bamboos.
flowers to see the kinds of hesitation that occur on those flowers to figure out how risky they're going to be in the end game.
9 dots.
There was a hesitation on the flower. So one of these other 2 players, besides us, of course,
Green dragon.
probably need flowers. So flowers are going to be risky to discard. So if we draw a flower, we want to let it go right away if we're playing to win.
Flower.
Here's another hesitation. We don't know which player it is, though.
9 characters.
Okay, 3 bam. None are out yet.
3 bamboos.
Hesitation there.
Flower.
Okay, so the player on our left is the player who wants flowers. That's my guess.
White dragon.
All right, now I'm looking at 3, 6, 9 out here. I don't see 6s. Still
9
5
characters.
cracks. 5, we got the 5 crack. Oh, that's such a
8
relief.
dots.
Okay, that is what we were looking for. 5 crack pair. So we have our single, we have our pair. All we need is one
Red
more good
dragon.
pick and we'll be set. We need a 6 crack now, or joker. Joker we can use because that would be a pung tile. We're playing the 4th
Southwind.
hand down under consecutive run.
5 bamboos.
If the 7 dot or 8 bam go down, we can call. Now it looks like nobody's playing wins. We're going into the end game and one more pick. So we're going to hold safe tiles. Let's let the 5 dot go. That is an
5
efficient tile.
dots.
Someone might have changed their hand. So you
9
want to
bamboos.
start making that switch from outside in to inside out. Because
4
those inside
bamboos.
tiles are now going to be the risky tiles.
Kong.
Okay, so we have 2, 4 Kong. They're
3
playing,
characters.
they've got to be playing 2, 3, 4 Kongs with a pair of flowers. They
Kong.
probably already have their flower because they discarded flowers. So they're waiting for
Green
3
dragon.
bams. We discarded a 3 bam earlier and they weren't ready for it. Let's see, 3, okay, that 3 crack is out. The 5 dot nobody wants. The 3 dot is our riskiest tile.
3 dots.
Okay, and there was a big hesitation
9
there. My guess it's the
characters.
player on our left.
Flower.
Uh-oh. So we have 3 good discards.
8 characters.
We still need a 6 crack. There it is. This could be a pure hand.
5 dots. Flower.
We're still waiting for the 7, 8 dot. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flowers out right now. Flowers are
6
always going to be
dots.
very risky in the end game. We don't want to pick a flower.
8 characters.
Okay, 2 crack. None are out. We're playing to win. We're going to discard that.
2 characters.
Somebody might be playing a year hand. Because there are 2 white dragons out.
Kong.
Okay, 2, 3.
8 dots.
3 dot. We're going to let that go.
3 dots.
So they have a Kong, Pung, a 2, 3.
White dragon.
They're playing the first year hand with 2 dots.
6 dots.
They're going to need 2 jokers for their white dragons.
7 characters.
Okay, wins should be safe.
3 characters. 6 bamboos.
We're still waiting for the 7, 8. 7.8 bam. I'm hoping it's in the wall.
Kong.
Okay, well we
White dragon.
may have a competitor for the 7, 8 with this player across from us.
7 dots.
There we go, Kong.
Kong.
Okay, now we'll Discard north.
North wind. Green dragon.
We have a nice pure Kong out.
South wind.
And we have a safe discard.
North wind.
Okay, 9 bam. 2 are out. Let's discard it.
9 bamboos. Green dragon. Seven characters. Two dots.
Oh, this was just discarded.
7 characters. 8 dots.
We want an 8 bam.
9 bamboos.
We still have 3 picks from the wall coming.
Flower.
Joker. We're ready to win on a
wind.
6 crack or an 8 crack. Fourth
4
hand.
characters.
Fourth hand down. Okay, that's pass.
Kong.
Oh, they're playing 2.
6 characters.
They're playing 2, 3. Oh, we got our win. They're playing. I thought they were playing a year hand. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 is what they're playing. I thought they were playing a year hand. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4. I probably would have discarded a 1. So we got in a win. We got in a win. Oh yeah, they would have needed a pung Kong, not Kong pung. That was my bad on the call on their hand, reading their hand. So here we have the 4th hand down, 4, 5, 6 and crack, 7, 8 opposite Kongs. Over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, not a year hand. I stand corrected. And here we have 3, 6, 9 with Kongs of 6s. This is the player who wanted the 3 dots, but they were going down. Here, 2, 3, 4, but they couldn't get their 3s early enough. And those were going down. All right, let's play again. All right, how is it feeling with discard strategy? What do you guys think of the outside in concept? Does it make sense to you? Makes a lot of sense to me because there's a similar strategy for Asian versions of the game, and that's where the idea came from. Since I've been playing Hong Kong Mahjong, Ricci Mahjong, Mahjong competition rules, those styles of play use a lot of tile efficiency and usage in their strategic decision making, and so I've been taking some of those strategies and modifying them for application in American Mah Jongg. And that's where outside in came from. Carol says she uses outside in. Awesome. Sue says she uses it too. It does help. I think it makes the discard prioritization easy. If you think, what am I going to discard? What am I going to discard? Well, think outside in. If you're not using those tiles, 9, 8, 7, 1, 2, 3, especially year tiles, if you're not using those year tiles, those happen to be edge tiles right now. So discard those. Keep those efficient tiles to optimize your potential to get jokers. We're waiting for one more player to join the table. New game. Yeah, it does come natural, Carol. I agree. My mind goes there very easily. But it's very situational, so it is an advanced theory. All right, now we have some wins And we have single number tiles. So this is going to be challenging. We have a joker flower, 3-7 in bams, 2-7-9 in cracks, 3-5 in dots, green dragon, and northeast west. I would focus on number tiles here. We have 2 3s, 2 7s, mostly 5-7-9, I'd say. But the mixed suit hands with flowers, there are 2 that we could potentially play. No white dragons. So I think we should hold number tiles and let these little numbers go. Focus on big odds or maybe like numbers with 7s. So the 3 is going to go. This is a little bit of a risky pass with those year tiles, but we need to build our hand first. Our hand comes first. There's a 9 bam. Here's 3, 4, 5. We've got a run in there now, and we do have wins. We got a wind from somebody. I think we should, let's see. I think we should let the green dragon go. So we have 7-9 in bam, 7-9 in cracks, and then a 3, 4, 5. This is a bit rough. Let's see. Let's let the south go, and I think this 4. I think we should still focus on big odds or odds in general. We might be able to do the concealed hand depending on how the tiles come in. And we could always try for like numbers too. Okay, here's an 8-9. So now we have more 7-8-9 than anything. And we keep getting wins. We're going to turn this on a dime. It's just trending here. So I want to think about wins. We have east and west. We have a run. East and west with a run. Or maybe like numbers with 9s as a switch. So let's discard 3, 5, 7 and see if we continue to get wins. We still don't have a multiple with our number tile. So we're still not tied down yet. We're kind of staying flexible, going with the flow, watching for trends. Northeast, 9 bam. We finally have a multiple in there. Okay, so we have a pung of east here. I'm thinking we can try for maybe a quint. East with 9s. East with 9s. Or like numbers with 9s. We should definitely keep going. All right, now let's see. We have east and west. This is a little bit of a risky pass. 7-8 in one suit. Let's just do it. We could be playing a big hand here. I'm thinking the quint. East with 9s. There's a south. And we have 1, 4. I don't pass flowers. Very, very rarely will I pass flowers. Let's let the south go. If we happen to get a run with our 9 bam, we could maybe play east and west with a run. That would be the second hand down on the right. We would need 7-8. We got a 7 and a 9. I think we should focus on the quint. So here's a 7-9. We have 2 tiles to pass, but I want to optimize our potential to build. So I would let that 7 go probably, or maybe keep the 7 and actually east and west with 9s. Now let's dig into this quint. Of course, we're going to have to focus on optimistic thinking because we need jokers from that wall. So we need to tell the universe that we want jokers. And stats say that we'll get 1.6 jokers from the wall. So we're going to ask for 2. So let's pass 7 and 4, I think. Actually, let's keep the 7. Maybe we'll get the west back. Let's pass 1, 4. All right, let's see here. Okay, we didn't get keepers, but that's okay. We've got discards. Okay, so we're probably
4
playing a
characters.
quint, I'm thinking. We have 5 discards. We're going to be an underdog on here, but we're playing a big hand. If we draw well, we'll be okay. We're going to have to draw well.
1 bamboo.
Okay, now this is where we're going to keep these efficient tiles. 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, really. So the 7 is on the edge. We're going to let that go. And
7
then we're going to let the
bamboos.
year tiles go next.
Red dragon. 1 bamboo. Four bamboos.
Edge tile with the 1.
1 character. 4 dots. 3 bamboos. 8 characters.
Somebody's playing wins.
7 bamboos. White dragon. 5 characters.
We need 9s. But we can use any number of jokers. Hopefully we'll get jokers from the wall.
6
Maybe
bamboos.
2. Oh, there's a west.
2 bamboos.
We'll let the 3 dot go next. That would be an
2
edge tile.
characters.
1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. Now we're keeping
8
9s.
dots. 7 dots.
Joker.
3 dots.
Hopefully we'll get more.
8 characters.
We'll be able to quint one of these 9s, and we can Kong the east. Speaking of
bamboo.
which, we have enough to continue with the quint.
7 dots.
Another joker.
West wind.
We need some natural tiles in here to help us call these quints. There's our wind player with the west. My hope is they see the west
2
go down and
characters.
maybe they'll give up on the wind hand,
7
because
characters.
we need that east.
West wind.
3 dot can go.
3 dots. 4 dots. 2 characters.
We're looking for 9s.
4 dots.
Okay, now 4, 5. We'll let the 4 go.
4 characters.
5 is the most efficient tile.
8
I
bamboos.
see a lot of little numbers out there. 1, 2, 3, 4.
2 characters.
1, 2, 3, 4. I do see some 7s out there, but no 9s.
West wind.
Okay, let's see. Let's let the north go.
North
Now
wind.
that west is out and there's a north, I'm hoping that someone will be giving up on the winds.
1 bamboo. 3 dots. 6 bamboos.
There's another 9.
5 characters.
We'll hold it as an option. Right now we can quint only one of our 9s, and we'll risk losing a joker
1 dot.
to one of our opponents. We want to try to get these natural tiles.
Flower.
First flower out. There's a hesitation, so we're going to let this flower go.
8 dots.
So we're going to escalate that as a discard because of the hesitation.
Flower.
So now we're set on our hand. We can use our jokers now that we have that natural 9. We can quit both
5
9s.
bamboos.
Now, what we're not sure about is the wind. Somebody might be playing news. There are single
1
east on the
character.
card, the year hand, the concealed year hand, and then there's 2 news hands in the wind and dragon category. The bottom 2 have single
7
east
characters.
and west. And then we also have, this is a year tile, so that's going to go. And then we have a
bamboos.
pair of easts on the third hand. So there's a lot of
7
singles and pairs with
characters.
east and west specifically. Somebody may be playing news. 3 wests are down.
North wind.
So when the last west goes down,
7
hopefully
dots.
they'll give up on that east.
6 characters.
Okay, we're 2 picks away from the end game. So we need to swap out this 5 dot with an edge tile or a safe tile.
7 bamboos.
And that's going to be one that's out. So we're going to
6
try to swap this
bamboos.
out because that is our riskiest tile now. And in one more pick, we're going to be in the
Green
end
dragon.
game. Okay, that was just discarded. Nobody wanted it. So that's what we're going to swap with.
5 dots.
And there's a hesitation on the 5. Not ready.
1 character.
Now I want to look and see about the 7s. I see 7 cracks out, 7 dots are out, and 7 bams are out.
3 bamboos.
My concern at the moment is I don't see any 6 dots out.
1
Somebody may be
character.
playing 3, 6, 9 or like numbers with
2
9s.
dots.
That's my concern at the moment. I don't see any 3 cracks,
8
6 dots,
characters.
and no 9s are out. So we may have a
8
competitor
characters.
for these tiles.
4 characters.
We don't want to hold on to that.
Flower.
That is the third flower. So that's risky. We're playing to win though. We have 2 discards and we're set.
2 dots.
But somebody is playing news. Let's see. No one white dragon is out. Someone might be trying that
4
news
bamboos.
concealed hand with the year tiles.
3 characters.
Okay, 6 dot. This is a fresh tile.
6 dots.
Somebody kept the 9 dot. We need to let
8
that go.
bamboos.
We're going to escalate that right now.
7 characters. West wind.
Okay, now that's the last west. So anybody with news
9
will
dots.
not be able to complete that. So hopefully the east will follow. The 2 bam should be safe. There are 2
South
out.
wind. White dragon. 7 dots.
Okay, 1 dot was just thrown a bit ago.
2 bamboos. 1 dot.
Oh, we'll pass. Okay, so that should be a safe tile. The green
2
dragon,
bamboos.
one is just, we're going to let the green dragon go next.
South wind. Green dragon.
That was just thrown. The 1 and the 8 should be safe. 2 are out of each.
6 bamboos. South wind. Green dragon.
Okay, 8 dot, 2 are out.
8 dots. Red dragon. North wind.
Somebody's holding on to that east.
6 dots.
Okay, 7 bam. That's a good safe tile.
8 bamboos.
I'm going to pull the 9 cracks over to separate that from a keeper.
6 characters.
We still have
North wind.
potential to win if we can pick our tiles from the wall.
Red dragon.
Joker.
1 dot.
Maybe we'll need that for our 9s, or maybe the east.
8 dots.
Somebody's holding on to that east. Or maybe it's in the wall. Wouldn't that be
4
nice?
characters.
I'm hoping it's in the wall. We're one away from ready.
3 characters.
Oh, that was just thrown.
3 characters. 1 dot.
I want to know who's got our 9s.
Joker.
Oh, shoot. Oh.
9 dots. Pung.
Wow. Okay, interesting.
6 dots.
Oh, bummer.
6 dots.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
2 dots.
We got close. All right, let's take a peek around and see who's in our business. 3, 6, 9 hand right over here. 3, 6, 9 with 9s. So we were fighting each other. Over here, year hand. I think this was a year hand at some point, but it switched, and there's our east. Over here, 5s. 5s with dragons. They couldn't get their white dragon there. All right, let's play again. We came a long way on that hand, but we had a 3, 6, 9 competing with us. That's a challenge. All right, we have lots of 1s this time, including a multiple. 1 bam pair, 3, 6, 1 crack, 3 crack, 1, 5, 8 in dots. So I'm thinking little odds. Little odds building around the 1. We could maybe do like numbers with 1s. If we get flowers, we'll need flowers, of course. We have a pair gap, so we want to try to limit that as a choice. It's kind of on the back burner. Maybe we can, no. I was thinking maybe we can try for an addition. I want to try to get that category done. Multi 1s. Okay, so here's 1, 2. We have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Here's 5 dot. So now we have a 5 dot pair, 1 and 5. We're going to let the 2 go, and we're going to keep that red dragon. We might be able to do that dragon hand, 5th one down. We have to make a choice in here, though. 1, 3. Let's let the 1 crack or 1 dot go. 1 dot. All right, little odds. It'd be nice if we can get a 3 dot. Here's a 3 crack. 1, 3, 5 mixed suit. 3, 4, 5 maybe. All right, we need to make a choice. I think the 4 should go. We're going to focus on little odds probably. We could try for the 3rd hand down under odds, but we need a flower. That would be a pair gap. We could also maybe try for the 5th hand down. We do have a gap, no 3 dot, and we'd have to throw away a pair of 3 cracks. Here's a 5 bam. 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 4, 8. White dragon, not fitting in anywhere. We definitely should keep going. We have 1, 3, 1, 3. 1, 3, 5, 5. What about 1, 3, 5, 5? We have no flowers, but we could maybe use jokers for the 6th hand down. I think what I would do here, let's see, it would be 1 crack, 3 crack, 5 bam, 5 dot. We're kind of in between. I'm going to let the white dragon go. A little bit risky here. No keepers really. Again, with flowers. Flowers are tough for me. They're tough for me. 3 dot would be probably ideal. No keepers. We can discard these. 3, 7, 8. Okay. All right, let's see. 1, 3, 5, 5. We have a gap, no flowers. So you know the statistic about the jokers where you can get 1.6 out of the wall on average? That stat applies to flowers too, because there are 8 jokers and 8 flowers. So same stat for flowers. So hopefully we'll draw 1 or 2 flowers from the wall. Let's see, 4, 5. I think we should let the 4 go and pass fully. So we're playing little odds of some kind. We don't have to pick a hand till we run out of discards. We got a 1 dot and a 4 crack. 3, 4. 8 bam can go. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I apologize for coughing into the mic.
2 characters.
Kind of took me by surprise, that one.
9 characters.
I have a really good webcam with a great
1
mic in
dot.
it, apparently. Okay, 7 crack. Yeah, we really don't need that.
7 characters.
Okay, so we have 1, 3. 1, 3 cracks, 5
8
bam,
characters.
5 dot pungs with a Kong of flowers.
3 dots.
Okay, that would be the 3rd hand from the bottom.
East wind.
I need a dot on that hand.
Kong.
Kong of East.
7 dots. Kong.
I think this 4 crack can
6
go.
bamboos.
So these are probably the 1 dot can go.
Flower.
That's an edge tile. Although it's in our category, we should keep it.
4 bamboos.
There's a 5 bam.
4 characters.
All right, 1, 3, 3, 5. We did have a white dragon, but I have no regrets there.
Green dragon.
I'm thinking if we can get a 1 crack,
White dragon.
maybe we'll draw a flower, fill a
Huh.
gap. Ooh, 2 jokers.
4 characters.
They mean business.
8 bamboos. White dragon.
Oh,
2 bamboos. 7 characters.
White dragon.
oh, shoot.
4
I
bamboos.
was kind of hoping for one of those. Oh, look, we got a 1 crack. Let's let this red dragon go. Okay,
Red dragon.
so now we can pung our 5s. I think
Pung.
we should define this as a flower.
5 characters.
8 characters.
So I'm thinking 1, 3. We've got our pairs. 1, 3, 5, 5. We have
Flower.
a pair that we don't need with this 1 bam. We do
7
not need that.
bamboos.
The 1 dot and the 3 bam
7 characters.
can go. Green dragon, green dragon, green dragon. Let's see. Let's let the 1 dot go.
1 dot.
1, 3. This
6 characters.
green dragon, if we can get a 3
Flower.
dot before long, we could maybe
3
play
bamboos.
1, 3, 3, 5 with
8
dragons.
bamboos.
So we're in between
6 characters.
the 5th hand down and the 6th hand down.
4 dots.
So to our left, we have double pungs.
7
They can be
bamboos.
playing 2, 8, or double pungs. They have double pungs. So that's the 3, 6,
3
9
bamboos.
hand or the year hand, or north and south, east
1
and west. So we
bamboo.
have 3 different hands that could be. Nobody wanted the 1 bam, so we'll discard that.
9 characters.
All right, so over
3
here to the
dots.
left, there's a flower.
1
I
bamboo.
think this dragon can go now. And we can undefine this
Red
joker
dragon.
now.
6 bamboos.
So our hand is set now. On the left, they could be playing
6
369,
characters.
north and south, or east and west. I don't see any winds out, so
Green
that is my
dragon.
guess, that they're playing east. One of the
7
wind hands,
bamboos.
there are no white, oh, no,
9
white
dots.
dragon is there. My guess is they're playing east and west or 369, which means they need the BAMs. Now 3 BAM
2
went down.
bamboos.
3 BAM, 3 BAM. Here's a north. This will be telling.
North wind.
And there's a hesitation. My guess is they're playing north and south, or east and west, of course.
8 characters.
So we have 2 3 BAMs out. If
1
they're playing
dot.
369, their tiles are going
8
down.
dots.
There are 2 6 BAMs out, but no 9 BAMs.
Mahjong.
369, they had no flowers. So we have a win here, 5 6 7 8, 5 through 9. 5 through 9, 1 suit. That's a nice hand. Here's a wind hand. Wow, look at that. Oh my goodness, that was pure. They're ready to win on a south. Over here, 369 dragon. They needed flowers. They have a pair gap. Over here, we're set. We're ready to pung the 5s and Kong the flower. All right, let's play again. We've been able to talk through a lot of discard prioritization. I hope you're finding it helpful. We're also, playing some great hands. There's some good commentary on Charleston decision making too. Oh, what happened here? I thought we were at a table here. Let's jump here. Okay, we've got 3 4 7 in BAMs, 3 4 5 in cracks, 2 4 in dots, no multiples with number tiles. We don't have any multiples anywhere. We have all singles, which is fine. You just want to now look for the predominant pattern. We do have single wind dragon, north and east. So we have 3 4, 2 3 4, or 2 3 4 5. So big numbers will go. And in order to optimize building, I would probably let a wind go. Let's see here. We have 3 4 5 2. We do have some year potential in here with 2s and 3s. 3 4 5 dragon, no flowers though. So I think what I would do here, we do have dragons with 4s. Let's let a wind go and a 2. We could maybe try for like numbers with 4s or some form of 3 4 5. And we could potentially switch to a year hand depending on what tiles come in. I'm thinking the wind can go. We have a pair of east now and a 5 dot. Okay, let's see. Pair east. Pair east. 7 BAM can go. That's easy. If we have a pair of east and winds keep coming, we could maybe play east and west with a run. East and west with a run. Maybe east and west with year tiles. So probably I would keep the dragons. We have to make a choice. Here's a run, 3 4 5. So let's let the 4 and the 5 go. We'll keep the year tile. We're still looking for a driver with the number tile to pair up to help us make a choice. Here's a white dragon. So let's keep it. That's a multiple there. So here we have a 3 4 5, 4 BAM. Let's discard this 3 and 4 dot. Here's 3 4 5 6. Let's see here. 4 3. We need to pass defensively here. South 2 through 6. Here's the south. The dragons, we could maybe do news with dragons. We need north and west single. Okay, so yes, we want to keep going. We cannot keep it all. Let's see, let's keep the year tile there. This is going to be a bit risky here. 4, 5, 6. We need to build our hand first, though. Our hand comes first. We got to optimize our own potential and then do the best we can with what we have left over. Sometimes that means a risky pass, which is what that is right there. That's a risky one. But we might get more wins. We could maybe try to play news year hand if we get 2s and 3s back. There's a 2 dot. So I would probably see about keeping year tiles. We're going across, let's see here, 2, 2, 3, news, east, dragon. I think I would let the dragon go at this point because we have no west. East. We can't pass. Let's let the east go and keep the dragon. Because if we get north and west, we could play news with dragons. There's a year tile. These are all year tiles there. We have 2 discards. I don't like passing like numbers. I think it's almost as risky as passing a pair. All right, let's pass 2. We may be playing a year hand here. There's a north, so we can keep it for news. News year tile, maybe. News with the year concealed. We're going to pass 2. 4, 6. A little bit risky. Okay, so I'm thinking the news year hand concealed here. We have a weakness with our 2 dot and 3 crack. There's weakness there. So we're going to gather. We still need to gather. We have 2 discards with options. The 1 crack is an edge tile, so that goes first. We're keeping year tiles.
6
and we just need 1 wind. So otherwise, other than a west, the winds can go.
4 characters.
The 3 bam probably can go depending on what comes in.
4 bamboos.
Oh, 6 crack. That's out of here.
6 characters. 4 bamboos. 1 character. 6 characters.
Okay, we need keepers, please. We're playing probably concealed.
6 dots. 8 dots. 6 characters. 9 dots.
7's an edge tile.
7 dots. 1 dot. 6 dots. 8 dots.
So we're looking for a 2 dot 3 crack would be ideal pick. Oh, dragon. Okay. All right, now
5
we're at a place where we're
characters.
going to have to start making choices.
7 dots.
I think maybe the 3 bam can go. If we can get
8
a
dots.
north or a south before long, we might consider
9 bamboos.
conning these dragons.
7 bamboos.
Right now we're playing concealed, but we
West
might be able to play
wind.
the second hand from the bottom under winds instead of news with the year. So we're in between. There's a west,
3
come
dots.
west. Now that is going to limit us that west. We
4
need that
dots.
west. All we need is one, really. So
7
we need a
bamboos.
plan B if the west goes down, because we need a single there
2
for the
bamboos.
concealed year hand, and we need a single for the dragon news hand under winds and
8
dragons.
dots.
So it's tight for us right now.
8 bamboos. 7 characters. North wind.
Oh, we can pass. East and west.
7 characters.
East and west pungs. My
3
guess is they're
dots.
playing a run because there wasn't much of a hesitation on that north.
5 bamboos.
So my guess is they're playing east and west with a run.
5 characters.
Excuse me. That would be, now they could be
5
playing,
characters.
they could be playing news with 4 flowers. In which
7
case,
dots.
maybe they have their, all right, let's let the 3 bam go. All right, so
3
now,
bamboos.
you know what I would consider is
5
switching,
bamboos.
because of that pung of west,
4
switching to the
characters.
dragon hand with year tiles. Dragon with the year, now that we have a
Pung.
flower, 3rd hand down. Let's just
1
see if we
dot.
can get that west. There's a joker. Okay, so let's see here. We have to make a choice right now. Let's let the winds go.
North
And
wind.
I think we should play the dragon hand.
6 bamboos.
So probably that white dragon can go. I'm just going to put it there for now. And we'll use these jokers
1
for
bamboo.
our red and green dragon.
7 dots.
Maybe we can use that joker over there for the
East
flower.
wind.
We could maybe use white dragons if we get
Pung.
them. We just need there's an east-west.
Flower.
Okay, that's pass for us. I would not Kong. We need our jokers for the dragons.
2 characters.
Excuse me. Okay, now that's a bit risky for us. There's a joker.
South wind.
We have 2 discards here. It's a bit risky
8
for us because the
characters.
2 crack went out. This joker can maybe be used for a
9
flower, but it's a
bamboos.
little risky using a joker for flowers in a Kong.
1 character.
Hopefully we won't have to do that. There's a dragon.
9 bamboos.
So I'm thinking, there we
5
go.
characters.
We really don't need to wait.
Flower.
We're gonna wait. There are 2 flowers out. It looks like nobody wants them, but
Flower.
yeah, I don't want to risk losing jokers to people with flowers. Okay, there we go.
2 dots.
So we're 1 away from ready. Now the 2 crack is
4
our biggest
bamboos.
risk. We need a 2 crack in there.
South wind. South wind.
4 bam, we can throw that.
4 bamboos. 8 characters. 2 dots.
We have 1 discard at the moment.
3 bamboos. 9 dots.
We probably shouldn't hold on to this white dragon for
8
too long.
characters.
We're in the end game now. Oh, they got a win. Oh, we were sitting so pretty here for this year hand. We tried. We got set for it. 1 away from ready. East and west with a run. And let's see here. Over here, we have our player with a dragon. They were doing probably maybe the concealed hand, but 2 dots went down, 6 dots were going down. Over here, competitor for year tiles, playing consecutive run, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, pung kong. So we had a competitor for year tiles there, a little bit. The 2 crack was in the wall, it looks like. Okay, we could maybe try to play 1 more game. Yeah, it was a pretty hand. We tried. Let's see if we have a nice strong start this time. We have at least one multiple in here. So we have a joker, a flower, a 5-bam single, 1-5-8-9 in cracks, pair 9, 1-3-8 in dots, a green dragon, and a south. So whatever we do, we're going to use the 9 crack. We could maybe do big odds or consecutive with 8-9. So let's keep the 5s. Maybe we could try the 1-9 Kongs in one suit with 3-5-7 in the middle. That gives us 3 discards. So let's start there. The goal is to just find 3 tiles you know you don't need, and we'll just stop the analysis. So we'll see what comes in, building around the 9. We're targeting the 9. That's our multiple. That's going to be the strength eventually. 7-9, 5-7, 7-8-9. We've got 7-8-9. Here's a 9, 8-9. Okay, so 1-5-7-9. I think what I would do here probably is, we do have odds, but there's some consecutive in there. I'd probably let that 8 go and maybe keep either the 3 or the 5. Because if we can maybe get pairs, we could do 1-9 with 3-5-7 in the middle. 3-5-7 in the middle, pairs, that's tough. I'm thinking 7-8-9 flower. 1 suit Kongs. 5th hand down on the left. No gaps. We don't have to pick a hand though, not yet. We'll just wait. We'll wait it out and see how it goes. We got a 5 dot. Oh, there's a 3 crack too. We have 1-3-5-7-9 now. Here's 3-5. And we have 3 tiles to pass, 1 of each suit. That's pretty good. Okay, so I'm thinking odds. First hand under odds. Maybe 1-9 with 3-5-7 dots in the middle. It's a bit risky though, because we have just singles there. There's a 7. 3-5-7. Oh boy. We have to make a choice. 1-3-5-7-9. 3-5-7 in the middle. Oh my goodness. I do not like to pass flowers, but I'm tempted. I'm not going to do it though. No. Okay, let's pass the 3 crack. Oh no. That's risky. We're going to let the 7 go. I think it's better to play 1-3-5-7-9 in one suit. 3-5-7 singles and you need all pairs. That is a risky bet right there. Oh, and we got the 7 back. Okay, let's pass 2-5. All right. Maybe we'll get it back. Oh my goodness. I kind of want to play that hand, but it's a bit risky. Let's let the 3 go. Oh, shoot. I really want to play that second hand from the bottom. I need a dot for that hand. Oh, we got a keeper, the 3. Maybe we'll get the 7 dot back. Gosh, that would be nice. Okay, so here's 2 tiles to pass. At this point, 3-5. Let's let the 5 crack go. Maybe we'll get the 5 bam back and we can play the second hand. The first hand with mixed suits. 1-3. We could maybe play the concealed hand here. Excuse me. There's that cough again. Let's pass 2. Sorry, I'm going to mute for a second. I'm back. Let's see if we can get that 7 dot back. No, we got the 3 back though. That's not so helpful though, really. We gave up the 5. Maybe we could play the pair hand. We'd have to throw away a joker and a 3 dot though.
1 dot,
Let's just see what happens.
east wind,
So winds go first, then edge tiles. We're playing odds. So
1 character,
just by nature of having odds, we're going to keep some edge tiles. 1, 3,
2
7, 9.
characters,
5 crack would be the efficient tiles, one that we might
2
keep.
bamboos,
Okay, there's a 3 bam.
8
So
bamboos,
we'll keep that. 1, 3, 5,
3
7.
characters,
We'll pass.
2 dots, north wind,
1 bam. All right, let's let the flower go.
flower,
So we have all odds now. We don't need them all though.
9 dots,
I'm thinking the 1, 3 bam can go.
6 dots, south wind,
Somebody kept the 5 bam. Okay, 4 crack. We definitely don't need
4
that.
characters,
I was thinking maybe we could play the first hand on the right mixed suit odds,
south wind,
but we would need the 5 bam, and that's a con gap for us right now.
5 bamboos,
There it is.
pung,
Okay, so no, we would not play that first hand
8
now.
characters,
Not anymore. Okay, 8 bam can go. It's
8
already out.
bamboos,
If we can
south
get the
wind,
5 dot or 7 dot, which somebody kept incidentally, somebody kept that 7 dot.
flower,
So if we can get the 7 dot, would be an ideal keeper. We could try 1, 9 with 3, 5,
3
7 dots in the
characters,
middle. Ah, 4 crack again.
4 characters,
Maybe we'll sabotage somebody's
south
efficient
wind,
hand with those 4s.
8 dots,
We want a 7 dot ideally.
4 characters,
Okay, now here's a 1, 3. Oh my gosh, what in the world? 1, 3. Oh boy. 5, 7. Let's let the 1 dot go.
1 dot,
Oh. Really, that 3 bam is joker bait. Uh-oh. Somebody lost connection. That's a bummer. And we have to wait. If they're a VIP, you have to give them, the game gives them, I think, 60 seconds to get back in, something like that.
6 characters, 7 bamboos, white dragon,
9 dot. We could at least let the 1 bam go.
1 bamboo, west wind, north wind, east wind,
We do not need a 2 dot.
2 dots, 6 characters, 9 dots,
We'll pass. This almost looks like the pair hand, really, but we let the 1 dot go.
6 dots,
All right, now here's something. I think we should let this go. Oh, 2 9 dots are out. Let's let that go.
9 dots.
We do have some 3 6 9 developing in here.
5 characters. West wind.
Let's just see what happens. Maybe we can play the concealed hand. 1 crack pair now. Okay, let's let the 6 go.
6 bamboos.
So it looks like we could try this if we could just get a 7 dot or a 5 dot right there.
8 characters.
We have a pair we don't need. That would be joker bait.
9 bamboos.
White dragon. We don't need that.
White dragon.
If a 1 crack or a 9 crack goes down, we can Kong, but we can't act on the other one. And it's going to be risky. We're
2
waiting
characters.
on 2 more pair to develop in here. And somebody kept the
2
7
characters.
dot. Somebody kept the 7 dot.
9 bamboos.
Oh, 3 crack. All right, let's let the 3 bam go.
3 bamboos.
Okay, this is very risky, holding on to 3 5 7 pairs. I'm thinking we might need to play a gap hand
West wind.
and hold on to the 3 crack for
7 characters.
1 3 5 in 2 suit in 1 suit. 3 7 crack. That's a pung tile. We can wait on that because we can maybe pick up the second 7.
5 characters.
There's our 5 crack though. So we would need a joker
Green
for the
dragon.
5, and we have a pair gap.
Pung.
Or not a pair gap, a Kong gap. We have no
8
5.
bamboos.
Oh my goodness, this has been a bit
9
rough.
characters.
This has been a tough night. Let's Kong.
Kong.
If nothing else, we can play defense if this
bamboos.
doesn't pan out. So we are either playing the second hand from the bottom or defense. We're committing.
6 dots.
We're going to commit at this point. If we can get 1 good pick out of
9
that wall,
characters.
being a 5 dot or a 7 dot, we'll, oops, oh shoot. All right, well, it was good effort, I think. So we have 2 4 6 8. 2 4 6 8. This would be the 4th hand down under evens, and we have a competitor for 2 4 6 8 here. 2 8 dragon, I think, but they have the wrong. No, what is that? Like, what are they doing? Pung of dragons with 8s and a 2. Pung of dragons. Pung of dragons. There's no pung of dragons in even tiles. 2 3. 2 3 dragon, I think. They might have been trying for like numbers with 8s. And then here, of course, you guys know what we were doing. Over here, there's our 7 dot. So we had a competitor for odds. All right. We could try to play one more game. One more. Let's see if we can get people at the table quickly, though. Come on. Jump in. The water's fine. Just one more. Oh, year tiles with dragons, maybe. I think they could have gone for that 3rd hand down under consecutive run, but they could have been going for the dragon hand because they had an extra flower. All right, this is going to be another challenging hand because we have no multiples. Look at this spread. Flower, 1 7 8 9 in bams, 1 4 5 in cracks, 1 3 5 7 in dots, north and south. I would focus on number tiles, and it looks predominantly odd in more ways than one. I'm thinking maybe the concealed hand. We've got no gaps for the concealed hand with dots and bams. We don't have to commit yet, but let's just see what happens. My internet is faster. We got fiber optics just this, well, it's been in process for probably the last month, but they just buried the cable today. So yes, fiber optics are in the ground. Okay, there's 7. Now we have to make choices. Okay, we have 1, 3 in dots, 7, 9 in bams, and we have a 5 crack. I think we should try for either the first hand or the concealed hand. So, oh, I don't want to pass like numbers though. Let's see. It would be 1, 3 dot, 5 crack, 7, 9. So let's pass on the, let's see here, 3 crack. 1, 3 dot, 5 crack, 7, 9 bam. We could also maybe try for the concealed hand. 1, 3, 5 in dots, 5, 7, 9 in bams, but we have a gap, no 5 bam. Here's a 7, 9 though. So let's hunker down. 1, 3, 5. All right, we've got our hand, no gaps there. 1 crack can go, 4 dot, maybe the 7. Okay. All we need to do now is build. We need that 9 bam. That would be nice. That's a weakness right now. We do have a 6 here. 6, 7, tiny run there. 4, 5, 6, 7 right there. Oh, we definitely want to keep going. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, which is more efficient than odds, obviously. And those are the most efficient tiles in the set. 4, 5, 6. We shall see how this develops. We could maybe switch to consecutive run. We have a 1 and a 3, a 3 back. Here's an 8, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We don't need all of that. 3, 4, we can let the 3 crack go. We have to let something go here. 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's let the 8 bam go. So we're doing either the first odd hand or 4, 5, 6, 7 mixed suit pung kong, second hand down on the right under consecutive run. Okay, now here we really don't need these odds in here. I was somewhat thinking about maybe trying for the pair hand, but it's a long shot. And we'd have to throw away a pair of 7 bams. I'd rather use them. This is a little bit risky, but we have some potential for 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7 pung kong. It's weak, but it's there. There's a 4. So there's another multiple in there, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 2 tiles we know we don't need. So that's probably what I would do. We're kind of in between 4, 5, 6, 7. They want 3 tiles. Let's just do 2. We got a keeper, the 6. So we're going to play 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, pung kong. Let's do outside in, so the 9 bam goes first.
9 bamboos.
This flower we probably don't want to hold on to for too long.
3 characters.
So probably that can go, but
9 dots.
we could maybe use it if we get green dragons. I know the green dragon was going around.
7 dots.
Here's a 4 dot, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to hold all the 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 3, 4. Let's let the 1 go.
1 dot.
So here's 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7.
South
4,
wind.
5, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll
8
see.
bamboos.
We've got all the efficient tiles in here. Well, not all of them. We have a lot of them.
5 characters.
Oh, that's our tile.
1 dot.
We'll need a joker there if we go that way. 5
8
crack. We would
bamboos.
need to Kong that.
8 dots. 7 dots.
Oh, we don't want winds.
West wind. 1 dot. 6 characters. 4 dots.
There's a hesitation on the 4 dot. Here's a 3 crack. Okay, let's let this 1 crack go. So we have 3,
1
4, 5,
character.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3,
9
4,
dots.
4, 5.
6 characters. 5 dots.
Oh, we don't need a 9 dot.
9 dots.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Flower.
Hesitation on the early flower.
4 characters.
Uh-oh. Let's pung. That's our tile.
Pung.
We have a hand with no gaps. Let's let the flower go.
Flower.
So now we know what we need to discard here.
2 characters.
4 dot is out, so I would discard that. 5 dot is out. So really the 3s
2
we can
characters.
hold on to the 3s for a little bit.
1 character. 4 dots.
5 dot is out.
5 bamboos.
So we're playing 4, 5 in cracks, 6, 7 in bams, pung, kong, pung, kong.
1 bamboo.
We can pung the 6, kong the 7. We just need help with our 5, and we will need a joker. Minimum. 1 joker minimum at the moment.
9 bamboos.
Oh, white dragon. We don't want to hold on to that.
White dragon.
That's risky to hold on to anytime if you're not using them. I think it's a
4
risky
dots.
joker bait. So
8
I would not
characters.
use that. Okay, now 8 crack. There's a hesitation on that 8. Let's just hold it for a bit.
8 dots.
Joker. We need that for
5
the 5
dots.
crack.
7 characters.
Now that we have that
8
joker,
bamboos.
let's let this 8 crack go since there was a hesitation on it.
4 characters. 8 characters.
8 bam. That's going to be
Pong.
a safe tile. We're still in the middle game.
6 characters.
We have about 1 to 4 more picks.
1 character.
This 8 bam, 2 are out, 3 are out. That's going to be a good safe tile later.
8 dots.
Okay, let's see, 7 dot. Let's let, 2 are out. That'll be safe later.
3 characters. 6 dots.
All right, now let's see how many 8
2
cracks are
characters.
out. 1 8 crack. So there's a joker available for exchange there.
8 dots.
A 5 bam. We don't want to hold on to that.
5 bamboos.
Okay, so we have a 3 dot. This is
North wind.
This is a fresh tile, so we need to swap this out. We're heading into the end game in 2 picks.
7
So you always want to
characters.
switch to safe discards before the end of the
2
middle
dots.
game, which is where we are now. So there are 3, 4 dots, and
3
that'll be a
dots.
good safe discard. So now we have all safe discards. We
7
swapped them out
characters.
with 2 picks to spare, which is good. I think the 7 dot is, let's see, the 4
Flower.
dot is our safest. 3 are out. 3 8 bams are out. 2 7 dots are out.
Flower.
5 dot. 2 are out. That'll go first.
5 dots.
So this is when you make that switch. Inside out are the riskiest
North
now.
wind.
And of course, we need 5 crack, 6 bam. We want to draw that 5 crack or a joker before long because we need to be able to Kong.
Flower.
We need to be able to Kong. I think the player, let's see, I don't think anyone needs flowers. Everyone's
5
throwing
bamboos.
flowers. 2 dot. We're going to let that go.
2 dots. 3 characters.
Okay, we need to pick. We
2
need to pick a
characters.
good tile from that wall. Joker keeper, joker keeper. Joker keeper from
6
the wall.
characters.
1 bam. That is not a keeper at all. We're going to let it go now.
1 bamboo.
Only 1 is out. Let's see if someone takes it.
Pung.
Okay. So there's a joker
6
available for
bamboos.
exchange. We're going to pung.
Pung.
And now we'll let the 7 dot go.
7 dots. 9 bamboos.
This might look like a 2, 4, 6, 8 hand to somebody until we have another exposure anyway.
5 characters.
Oh, shoot. We're going to need a joker again. Darn it.
West wind.
We might draw one or do a joker exchange. Oh, we don't need that.
South wind.
Somebody might be playing winds, though. Somebody is. I think the
6
player
dots.
may be across from us.
1 dot. Pung.
Need the 6 joker. Oh, the 0.6.
East wind.
There's our wind hand over there. They threw away an east.
7
East
characters.
and west. 3 crack. 3 are out.
4 dots.
So we have edge tiles there. 3, 8.
5 characters.
Oh, shoot. Darn it. Well, there are
6
3 jokers
dots.
available for grabs. Maybe we'll get 1 or 2.
3 dots.
Oh, boy. No 4 bams are out.
3 characters.
No 4 bams are out. That is going to be a risky
Flower.
discard. This player to the left,
Green dragon.
they could be playing 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 suit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me see here. Oops. No 2 bams, no
East
3 bams,
wind.
no 4 bams are out. They're playing 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have a 4 bam. Okay. Let's see. East, west, south. We're breaking it up.
5 characters.
This player across from us could be playing
9 dots.
the first news hand. They threw away an east, but
5 bamboos.
I think they're playing winds. 2
3
norths
dots.
are out. 1 crack. 3 are out.
1 character.
Thanks, Evelyn.
7 dots. Green dragon.
We're going to try to push a wall game here.
Green dragon.
4 bam.
8 bamboos. 2 dots. Green dragon.
We switch to defense. I don't think anybody
1
wants
bamboo.
7 bams.
7 bamboos.
Pass.
7 bamboos.
2 more picks, and we have 3
3
discards.
dots. 5 dots.
So this was a good example of switching to defense.
White dragon.
Well, we'll pass. Nobody wanted it.
White dragon.
Oh, we got a winner there. Okay, so 8-9 dragon. That's a pretty hand. 8-9 dragon. Here's the wind hand. They needed the south. Pair south. Looks like they were maybe trying for dragons. Second hand from the bottom, or maybe the concealed hand, or second hand from the bottom under winds. Here, ready to win on a 4-bam, and we had it. I wasn't going to discard those. No. All right, that's going to do it for this live stream. Thank you for hanging out with us. We went over a little bit, so I hope that's okay. All right, Sue, thank you very much. I mean, you're welcome. Thank you, and you're welcome. Thank you so much for coming to the live stream and hanging out with me tonight. I hope that you found this helpful as we talked about discard strategy. We talked a lot of strategy today, both with the Charleston decision making and discards, and also switching to defense. As you saw, we had some really great difficult hands. I don't think we had any wins, but there were some really good attempts, and I'm happy with the performance. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you got value out of it. Thank you again for being here. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing. Click that little gray bell if you do. That way you'll get notification for when I post new videos, and you won't miss an opportunity to learn a new strategy or pick up an insight to the game that could give you an advantage at the table. Between now and the next video, may all your picks be keepers.